What is going on, entertainment? So I'm coming to y'all with another video. We're talking Love and Hip Hop. Y'all, I really feel like this season, Love and Hip Hop, season 13, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, has been one of the greatest seasons I've seen in a little bit. The storylines are real and they're actually opening up to what's really going on in their lives, besides it being overly produced and contrived like Miami. Sorry, okay? Now, we're doing episodes 8 and 9. Not too much of episode 8, but mostly, of course, episode 9. Now, a lot of the episodes surrounded around Yandy, Mandices, and then, of course, a little bit of Jasmine sprinkled in with some Carly and Sierra. Okay, the episode opens off. We see episode 9 open off with basically Shakira telling Mama D, Salome, and her man that Scrappy has been going over to her house after being with his girlfriend and basically freaking off on her, which I'm like, Shakira lacks shame. I just don't get how she's able to just go on camera and talk about how he wants to just put up in her. Like, damn, girl, have you no shame and cool? Like, damn, you letting the whole world know that you over here giving up the pussy. Like, we get she really only saying that, he offering the Smiths naive, but something telling me that she's eating naive. She eating it up naive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see him just offering the Shmi naive and her not eating it up naive. I just don't see it. So I don't know when I'm gonna probably drop this video. It'll probably be like, I would say like Thursday afternoonish. So another thing too, Shakira had a baby's half year birthday. Maybe it's because I'm not a natural born American citizen, whatever you want to call it. But I never heard of this. A half a birthday? What? Y'all just doing stuff for scenes at this point because that didn't make any sense to me. Like, he's 6 months old and y'all having a birthday. Of course, you should celebrate it because your baby's still alive. Of course, that's a big blessing. But a whole birthday party and a scene is crazy. All right. Shakira, her heart list is telling Salme, she's like, oh, he is over here having sex with me every time after they go on dates. He comes here for sex. And I'm like, damn, Shakira. Shakira just saying it with all her chest at this point. Mama D couldn't even handle it. She just, gagged on her devil eggs, reacting to all of this. All right. So we end up seeing Bambi, you guys, and she is now broken up with Rayface. Okay. And Rayface, you guys, is going to be appearing on the most recent season of Not As TV's The Hookup. You see how niggas do? I'm sorry. Because it's like, you have not been separated from Yandy for like the longest, but he's searching for love. And you see him behind the guy that appears to be Gucci, but it's not Gucci. Third to the left, okay, with his hands like this, preparing to pound it down. All right. I know Bambi gagged when she seen this. Maybe Bambi, if she took the business opportunity with T-Lo and Not As TV, they probably wouldn't have contacted him to be on this show. Okay, I will be watching, and of course, I will be recapping, so that way we can see if Mr. Rayface does end up finding love. Okay, so I'm interested to see how that goes. Bambi is in bed as if she was married to the man already, but she ends up calling off the engagement. She's like in bed. Malaysia is there. Okay, we get an appearance from LaQuisha Malaysia Pargo. It was so weird seeing her on there. I was like, oh my god, a throwback. I know Malaysia has appeared on one of Carlos's King shows, but I haven't watched it. I don't even know what it's really about. If y'all have checked it out, let me know if it's even worth watching, you guys. If it is even worth taking a peek. But this is the first time we've seen her on the show since on another show besides Basketball Wives and Carlos's show. So she's consoling Bambi, and Bambi ends up telling her about the what happened the night with Zell and everything. And my whole thing is with that situation. First of all, what the hell was wrong with production that night? Y'all could have got Zell popped. They talking about, she said she don't know who half of these people are. Why are they on set? Y'all are filming a show. It's a reality show, don't get me wrong, but it's like, you guys are filming a show. Why was he even in the midst of danger? Like, I was like, this MTV, y'all gotta do better. Like, this ain't Not As TV. Like that was when I saw that episode, I said, So Zell ends up coming over, and which by the way, Zell, that confessional look with that red cutout, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Oh my god. Zell look like he's wearing one of Mama D's old tops. Like I hate it. I freaking hate it. So Zell comes over, he's telling Bambi and Malaysia what happened. He's saying how apparently Sierra's man ended up telling um Bambi's man about that Zell was gonna bring receipts. You see how niggas talk more than bitches do. Of course. So, he was basically putting him on a game. So that's why he started snapping on Zell because he thought he was getting set up, which anybody that knows of hip hop, the show is a whole setup. So why would you not be prepared for anything to come up on your past? It's suspicious. I do feel like is a little bit probably of a big red flag. So it's kind of good that Bambi was smart enough to quickly cut it off when she did, because it may have ended her in a Carly Red situation, because now he gonna appear on ISTV. So it's like, and I love Not SCV, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying from him to go from that to that so quickly, that shows you something. Okay, so Bambi may have literally dodged a bullet. As sad as she was, and as in bed drinking hot noodle soup, you should be celebrating and throwing a party instead. So we end up seeing Jasmine, y'all. So the last episode, Yandy is the biggest setup known to man. Let me tell y'all something about that Yandy. That Yandy is a crafty bitch. She was trying to get Jasmine on her side to basically turn on Rashida and Kirk, so that way she could be like, oh, she's on our side. It was a whole plot and a scheme to take me down, and Todd came with the booze. That's what Yandy was trying to do. But Jasmine wasn't having it. Jasmine thought 2 steps ahead, because she's like, why would I try to confirm that I am in a throuple, which I'm not in a throuple? So Jasmine goes and sits with Kirk and Rashida in my Spice voice, right? And they all sit down, they're all talking, and Jasmine basically says that Yandy was trying to coerce her into confirming that they're in a throuple, and that Yandy found out that Rashida and Jasmine be fool-la-la around, and that she be eating on Rashida bubblegum. Do you want to eat my bubblegum? My bubblegum. Yeah, my bubblegum. Yeah. Okay. So Rashida was like, what? My bubblegum? You think Jasmine gonna be quiet if she was eating on this good pink cat? Yeah. Nah, ain't never happened. I'm like, Rashida, you was a little bit too happy about that. Was not the only one. Like, Rashida was elated that was a rumor. She was like, do I think it's true? No. I don't think it's true. Jasmine, it does. Bambi meet up with Sierra and Jessica, and Bambi basically tells Sierra about her husband and about how her husband is the one who told Zell. Sierra kind of has a reaction like, oh, and sort of irritation. And then she breaks down. Sierra literally starts crying about the whole miscarriage situation. The girls are all trying to comfort her. What Jessica said to me is so right, because it's like, a baby is not going to come to fruition if you're not okay body-wise. And it's not the case for every woman, but I feel like in Sierra's case, like her emotional state right now is such at a bad place, especially around the time that she did get pregnant, from what we see on the show, when she was not the happiest with her mom not approving of the relationship. So all of that, I feel like, goes into effect in regards to how she was dealing with the pregnancy. Okay. She starts to break down, and not gonna lie, when she started crying, she looks just like Kelly from Housewives of Atlanta. Like, I'm talking about like twins. I was like, damn. Like, when she started crying, I was like, why does she look like somebody so familiar? Kelly. Sierra, that bumper and bang, oh, I hate it. Am I the only one that keep looking at the bump it? I'm like, oh my God. Sierra, you need to bring the bumpies back, bro. Because, like, I haven't seen somebody consistently bump it until we done see Sierra Gates on the screen. Sierra Glam Shot with the bump it. I said, not Sierra with the bump it, right? So Sierra is still very emotional about her miscarriage. She said she had about 4. So the scene in itself, although it was a little comedic because of her reaction, it's actually really sad, because she talks about in detail how she doesn't know how to feel about it. She started drinking. So as Sierra and Carly is talking to Yandy, Sierra basically divulges the fact that she saw Mendices and got an audio of Mendices basically speaking allegedly to another woman, like basically confirmation that he really is cheating. And Yandy didn't want to hear it. My whole thing is, y'all need to stop this. I'm gonna tell you why. If Yandy is okay with her having, her affairs with other men allegedly, and he's okay with having affairs with other women, who gives the? She's accepting of it. So y'all need to stop doing breaking news to Yandy because she clearly doesn't care. Yandy's just like Rashida. It's okay because I ain't leaving Kirk, because I ain't leaving Mendices. That's Yandy. So it's like, why y'all keep bringing breaking news to Yandy? She not gonna care. She gonna stay with her man. Okay. So whole time Yandy's just like what? Huh? And then here goes Sierra. But like, I don't even care about this because I'm going through so much. Like, man, like y'all need know. Like, oh, she starts breaking down. It was sad. Like I said, it was sad. The funny part was Yandy's face. Yandy said, Yandy, you wanted to laugh, okay? Carly says she reeked of alcohol on her breath, so I'm guessing she's drinking to kind of soothe the pain. Carly even talks about how she is mad at Jessica because Jessica went to the Not TV and interviewed with Gigi. I think her name Gigi Quagmire, Gigi Amire, whatever her last name is. The girl on Not TV that got the podcast. She is upset about this because she feels as if she betrayed her trust by going over there and doing it. Yandy also has an issue with Jessica as well because she feels like Jessica says one thing to her face and says another behind her back and calls her a traitor and all that. My whole thing is with Yandy though, if you're gonna be mad at Jessica, you need to be mad at everybody. Because everybody talking about how you're bad Yandy, about how you got a cheating ass husband. So it's like, are you gonna beef with the whole cast? Because it's not just Jessica, babes. It's the whole cast. During this scene as well, we see the whole situation with Sierra and Bambi, and Sierra still feels a little bit of ways that Bambi, accused her of the whole situation of her husband. Well, no, it is her husband. Let me not. That's Yandy. My bad. Her husband basically telling Zell and stuff. She feels like a little bit of ways about that because she feels like, why would you accuse me of something? But once again, she could care less because she's going through so much. At this point in time, I don't think Sierra should have been filming at all. Like you could tell, like her mental health was like on. So Zane ends up meeting with his mom and dad, and Zane's mom is hilarious to me. I can just tell she's a funny person just watching her these few scenes because Zane's mom said, "Why does Ashley think I have a problem with her?" I'm like, what? That last scene, girl, you was gonna snatch Ashley up. I was like, oh my god, Ashley, Doc. I really thought she was gonna snatch Ashley up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could just tell she got a good squabble in her. Like, she got a mean squabble, right? So Ashley ends up joining, and her story was so sad to me because this is why you gotta like get to know a person to understand why certain things trigger them. Because the reasoning that she stated as to why she kept exposing the fact that Zane didn't get a chance to meet his biological father, and the mom kept him allegedly away from his biological father. To me, now it all makes sense because she really was harping on that. And from a viewer's perspective, looking at it, it looked as if she was using that as like just to be spiteful. But there's actually some reasoning behind it. It is still spiteful what she did and said, but the reasoning behind it is extremely sad. She says that her mom brought her overseas, kept away from her dad. When she went to go meet the dad had already passed away. So she felt as if she lost time with the dad because of the mom. So she has felt like Zane is like repeating her life all over again, and it makes her mad. She started crying. The mom did apologize and hugged her, but I think it is going to take a little bit more time for them to kind of like get along and forgive each other because like Zane's mom is going to feel away because you threw that in her face. And then Ashley is going to feel away because you're just now feeling sorry now that she's told you the reason why when you should have, had a conversation with her. So I could see both sides of the whole story. But I will say I still do feel like when it comes to the finance stuff, I think that's where Ashley has the biggest problem. Like the money giving and all that, I think that's where her issue really lies. So Ashley ends up having a surprise birthday party for Zane. I never had a surprise birthday party for Rachel. Y'all, my birthday coming up, and it's like I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but like I don't know. Like I always, a lot of people do this and feel like this, but around their birthday, like, does anybody else get like sad or like feel away? Like y'all get what I'm saying? Like it's always around my birthday. Like I swear, it never fails. It never fails. So Zane comes in and she ends up inviting his biological brother. Now we need a Zane family show because this family tree situation, all that is a whole show in itself. It seems like a subsidized of Love and Hip Hop. Like it don't even seem like it's a part of the show at this point. Like we need to do this on TLC. TLC would be the perfect network for Zane because then that network is all family oriented. Okay, you get the family drama, the family breakdown, the discoveries, all that. So it's like that's what the show needs. You could tell the mom was not the happiest when the biological brother came out, and it was a little bit like a but it's his birthday, so I think she was like, "Oh, let me not snap because we've already had a situation before. Let me kind of like keep it cute." Do I think this was smart to do? No. This could have went the completely opposite way. She could have crashed out again. So I don't think this was smart, Ashley. I know it was like a nice gesture, but I just feel like there's always a time and a place, and I don't think that was the time or the place. I'm sorry. Like that was like it was so awkward watching that scene. Although it was nice, it was very awkward to watch. Salma also ends up telling Scrappy at the party that, Shakira's over here telling people that you spreading the Disney on the screen and y'all getting a bit naive. So I said, wow, you just went out there and did what the producers told you to do, Salma, okay? That's what you're supposed to do now. But Scrappy denies it. I feel like he's lying. I do feel like he's giving her some of that pipe, and I think Shakira is taking it between them veneers. That's how I see it. Okay, Shakira has a nice body. If y'all have ever seen Shakira body, she got a nice shape, and with the pregnancy, she probably got a little thicker. So I don't see it to where she's walking around with her Daisy Dukes on, Tata's out, and he just be like, nah, I ain't on that type of time, man. I ain't on that bit naive. No, I think he getting the punai down. I just feel like any girl that gets with Scrap, like you have to kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Like, I don't feel any sympathy for any girl that gets with Scrap. It's like you know who he is, right? Like, you know what comes with being with Scrappy. I can't sit here and be like, oh, he should never do it. Of course, I'm not saying he should cheat on her, but it's like you gotta know who you going out with. That's all I'm saying. So that's the last scene of this episode. This is one of the best scenes I love hip hop I've seen in a minute. Because it was no scrapping, it was just verbal combat. Let me tell y'all something. Let's talk about the frost, okay? Let's talk about the frost. So Yandy and Carly are on a team, in my opinion. Bambi ends up joining, right? So Bambi ends up asking, how Sierra, they're getting an update. So then Carly brings up her issue with Bambi. She says she didn't like how she was seen at the Not As TV offices. And it's so funny. Carly doesn't mention the network. She just says office. Don't be mad at you divorcing the nigga. Get a nigga some promo. Not As TV. Let me stop. You know what I'm saying? She refers to as the office. As if it's like, it's an insurance office or something. No, bitch. Okay, they be squabbling up in there too. The Not As TV office. Okay, so she doesn't like the fact that she showed up to the office and I guess took like a meeting, and she didn't appreciate that because she felt like it was loyalty. Now Bambi says we weren't talking at the time, we wasn't cool like that, so she didn't think anything of it. Plus, she's not working with Not As TV, and I think that's a little bit why we see Mr. Rayface on the hookup, okay, on Not As TV. So I think that's a little bit of the reason why I think Not As TV. Y'all know they're a little petty, so I think they might have like, hey, right? So she says we're cool at this point. Like I'm not working with them. Carly threw some shots. She basically named all the dudes that Bambi allegedly got with that belong to other women. Bambi does have a record, but do I think she was trying to get with Mr. Owner? No, Mr. Owner is Tilo, y'all. I don't think so. I just don't see it. I don't think that's Bambi's type. No shade. You know, Tilo got the coin, but I just don't see it. I'm sorry. Like, that's one of them that I'm like, nah. If it is true, that would shock the hell out of me. So then joins Jessica. She ends up coming with Jasmine, right? Now Jessica's already with a little smirk. She put her purse away. She's like, you know what I'm saying, laughing a little bit and stuff. So they're all sitting down, and Yandy's just like, we good though. Jasmine, I got no issue with you because you clarified what I needed. Right, right. So Jasmine's like, no, that's what I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you were clear, but I did not deal with I did not deal with Rashida and Kirk the way that you tried to make it seem. I really feel played the way that you tried to spin the conversation. Yandy's just like, play. What are you talking about? Like, you said what you said. She's like, no, I didn't have any relationships with them together. And I hate the fact that you tried to put me in a situation between you and Rashida, right? So then here come Yandy. Yandy was like, oh yeah, you had to think about it, bitch. You had to come for another day and come back to think about how you feeling right now. You had another woman put a battery in your back. Yeah, right? Jasmine's just like, yeah, keep calling me bitch, keep talking to me like that. We gonna see, I'm gonna tell everything. Okay, y'all know Jasmine know all the information. She a damn bartender. One thing about it, a bartender slash stripper, they're gonna know all the tea, because that's where everybody goes to trauma dump. So at a bar or a strip club. So it's like, she's gonna know, the information that many do not. She works in the nightlife. You know what I'm saying? So Yandy, you might want to be careful. It's so funny when Yandy pipes up, because we know she's not really gonna do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have yet to see like Yandy really like pop. So it's like, Yandy, please. Jasmine will slide you low key. Now, on to the next battle, right? We have Jasmine and Carly. Because Carly is basically throwing shots at Jessica, because Jessica went to do the interview with, of course, not as TV, with Gigi, right? And she's like, oh, I'm mad. You basically, went to my husband's office and interviewed, and I didn't appreciate that and stuff. So then here comes Jasmine. Well, I don't think I appreciated you sleeping with my friend man when she was pregnant, and getting with my man's friend when she was pregnant. I don't think that was cool and all that. This is the thing with Carly. I don't know if it was the geriatrics or what, but Carly started to, when she get mad, she started to wolf it like a pup. She was like, she started grumbling like this, because she's like, oh, what? Huh? Your friend is a hoe. She ain't nothing but a stripper. Just like you. She used her pussy, you used your pussy too. And I'm like, wait a minute. Carly was going to like the upper tens. My whole thing is, Carly, you cannot shame that girl for being a stripper. And I do hate, Bambi made a good point. I do hate when women do that to other women. I don't like that. Because a lot of y'all be undercover hoes. One thing being a gay dude, I be around a lot of girls. And a lot of y'all be selling the puss, be tricking off the puss, be doing a lot of the things with the puss. But y'all mad that a girl is on the pole publicly, not giving away any of the puss, just maybe showing the puss and getting some money out of it. I don't like that. Because that's hypocritical. You doing it, but you just doing it on the low. This girl's doing it, but she just doing it publicly. And she not doing what you doing. That bothers me. That really does bother me, because it's so hypocritical. Because a lot of y'all, a lot of girls do it. They'll do that stuff and then they'll talk, oh, such and such did it. I'm like, but you be doing that. You be doing that too. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just feel it's very hypocritical, and I don't like it. Yandy was smart. She saw that drink cup, that glass full. She moved it away real quick, because she knew that Jasmine was gonna bow and baptize Carly and give her a bukkake part 2. So that's when Yandy addresses Jessica, because she feels like Jessica, is two-faced and all that. Jessica at one point walked away because she was just embarrassed. They were like, oh my God, y'all giving a restaurant an earful. Please don't act like those are not extras in the background. I've been on set of Love Hip Hop before. Those are extras, babe. Y'all really think they're going to go to a regular restaurant and do all that hoopla and think somebody not going to complain? You're crazy as hell. Those are extras hired. They get, I think now they pay them like $100 100 for a couple of hours to sit there and act like they're eating, or give them some food. Sometimes they give them real food and they eat while they film the scene. So, yeah, right. You know, these shows is funny. Like, y'all really think we're dumb? Okay. So, Jessica at one point walks away. She comes back and Yandy addresses her. And Jessica's just like, yeah, man, this keeps playing with you. And that's why I keep telling you these things, Yandy, to your face. Because I feel like you keep taking a fall, Yandy. Yandy's like, I don't care. Why do you care if I'm taking a fall? Let me take the fall. I'm like, Jessica didn't even know what to say. She's like, say less. Say less. You got that. Say less. Say less. Because my whole thing is, this is why I say I need to stop doing breaking news to Yandy, because she does not care. If she does not care, why should y'all? Y'all wasting y'all breath at that point. There's no point. So I just feel like, let Yandy do what she want to do in regards to that relationship. When they do end up breaking up, they're going to end up breaking up. If they do end up staying together and being happily cheating on each other, then let them do that. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, it's public what he's doing and his friendliness. But I just feel like it makes me look at Yandy different, because Yandy, you are very successful. You're beautiful as hell. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go with somebody else that's bigger, better, more successful, and you don't. So that says a lot. That says a lot about Yandy and her ego. And I think the real reason why she's so scared to break up with Yandesis publicly and not be with him at all is because of the naysayers. She doesn't want to prove them right. That's the bottom line. She doesn't. Okay? So Carly and Jasmine start going at it, and that's when Carly, off the Richter scale, she's just like, you your pussy, bitch. You your pussy. You keep using it. Yeah. She started going crazy. Yandy starts pulling her out of there. Jasmine and Jessica just start laughing at her. They're like, ha ha ha, you crazy old asshole. They pulling her out of there. My bad. They pull her out of there because she's just like freaking out. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. Okay. Let me know what y'all think down below. I love to see Carly get not active, but I love to see her kind of crash out when in confrontations, because it's pure entertainment. Okay, let me know what y'all think, and we're all babies.
Wanna dance with a cutie in the pale moonlight? It's my duty. Shake too fresh and fruity, sweet like candy ass. Make a pass for the booty. I fantasize interludes when I'm in the mood. See me in the news.